Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Educational Gamer and we are playing Strategic Command in a war against the Axis as the Allies. We've taken pretty much a beating over here in France and we are very close to losing France. We did manage to get a heavy tank division into Paris and withdraw some of our UK units, although way too many of them were destroyed. So, it is time to turn the game over to the Axis and see what will happen over here specifically, and of course in China. So, let's see whether there are any decisions. Chinese morale is boosted, that's very nice to see. We did conquer Wuhan, we'll talk about that in a second. Japan is really on the back footing, but but Europe is, I think, the more important element. So here we go. Oh, very good. UK develops fighters too. Long-range aircraft as well. Artillery. That's very nice to see. Production technology. All of these are very good developments. Right, and here we go. So it is now probably time to calculate. Yeah, there we go. Calculating supply. Then we'll see the Axis troops moving. Typically they start out, I think, with their naval craft. Ooh, French Indochina. That's bad. Oh, okay, it's just the port apparently. Here we go, Germans advance. Okay, they don't start with the naval units this time. However, yeah, reinforcing a couple of units, to be expected. Then I think it'll turn over to the aircraft. We should keep in mind that there is a submarine up there and down here. Interesting, so they're driving via the channel now. But there we go. Aircraft are engaging these units. I couldn't quite see what that did to our fighters, but all in all, yeah. We're being bombed over here, that's not good. I think we might lose this corps. And of course the Germans are advancing very quickly into France now. Taking over the Maginot Line. Circling over northern France, but apparently Paris is holding out for now, so that's extremely interesting and of course very good for us. Yeah, even that army did manage to hold out for now. These tanks are even a little bit exposed now. Oh well, maybe not. Okay, so still Paris is holding out. Yet. Yes, and it does look like we'll manage to defend France into October. So that's a very good sign. Yeah, this corps I'm still worried about. Yeah, surprising this army didn't attack that one. Marseille will probably lose that. Oh no, the Italians are still fighting kind of badly. That's East Africa. East Africa is a difficult terrain simply because of the supply situation there. Yeah, this is of course a very bad move because our aircraft over here, symbolized by that 8, were just attacked by ground units, so they basically overran their airfields. Some movement down here in China. Yeah, I think they are getting a little bit cocky. Our fighter aircraft in China under attack by carrier-borne aircraft of Japan. Of course, Japan has... Yeah, French morale improves. It's a little bit too late. Well. Okay. So that was an interesting set of moves. I think, of course, Europe is lost. Utterly lost. Still, I'm happy that with the October advance... Okay. Yeah. Alright, so, with the October advance, with advancing into October, that's very good. I mean, I would not have expected to hold out into October, so that was unlikely to begin with. Let's reinforce the tanks in Paris, because of course they are our greatest asset. We might have a look around over here. I don't think there is much that can really be done by the French we're really way too weak to conduct any sort of meaningful attack over here. Yeah, just see the loss ratio on this one. Even the fighters, the headquarters. So can I? So let's see how far we can withdraw these guys over here. So we could bring you up over here. We can do some damage on these Germans. I'm guessing that they'll attack Paris, and that is definitely to be expected. Let's move you over here. Yeah, even the one attack that was looking maybe not entirely bad for us was in fact very bad for us. That's interesting. Let's move you into here. And then we might at some point be able to cut off the supply of these units. So you're responsible now for holding the entirety of the line over there. Could bring you up over here. Let's do that. You can sort of plug the gap over here. Yeah. Let's do it like that. Fighters should probably be even a little bit further behind. And you can be over here. Ideally, I would like you to assist the tanks in Paris, but I don't think that's possible for now. Over here, down here in the Mediterranean, if we were to find any Italian ships, that'd be lovely, because then I could use the French fleet to sort of attack them. Yeah, but at least they're not over here. They might be closer to Rome. I suspect that they are a little bit bottled up in the Adriatic Sea, so you know, since we don't get anything from that, let's simply try to find let's try to reduce the readiness of these tanks over here. If there's anything to be done next turn, if we were to survive another turn, which I don't believe we will be, it might be nice to take out these tanks, basically. Okay, so that does leave the situation in France bad, but there's not much we can do about that. So let's turn our eyes towards the North Sea over here, because I do believe that we had a submarine contact over here. So let's try to find these guys. Okay, apparently not here. There we go. That's a submarine. Let's bring in these French destroyers. Causing some damage, that's nice to see. More French destroyers. Submarine dives away. I should expect it to be somewhat close to over here. There we go. Can then bring in our carriers. Conduct some strikes on that. Very nice. Diving away again. I don't suspect that it can be very far. There we go. Again diving away, but taking some damage in the turn, so that's nice to see. Who else have we got over here? A couple of battleships. I do think we are still looking for a heavy cruiser over here, so there is that. Yeah, but I don't want to use the... Let's use the heavy cruiser to come over here, and the battle cruiser. Okay, there is the submarine. Why can I not strike it? That might have been a mistake. You moved already, so let's move you behind the destroyers, just in case. Oh, it's potentially rainy over there. No, it's not. Come on. Well, well, well. Taking our time to destroy these submarines. It is very difficult to destroy submarines early on in the game. I realize, so we do really need the upgrade on the anti-submarine warfare technology. That being said, there were a couple of things that we did. So I guess we got advanced fighters, and I do think the long-range aircraft. So these are definitely very good technologies for us to have. And I do think it does make sense to upgrade these fighters over here to be advanced fighters. Just watch these numbers go up. It's a significant improvement, I think. And do we want to do long range? Yeah, it does increase that by a lot, and it's not that expensive. More action points, more spotting range, better intercept range. Not sure what it does over here. Nothing much. Still, yeah. I think that's a very good upgrade over here. Likewise, these guys should also be upgraded to advanced fighters, long range. We do have some fighters over here, which I think we can also simply upgrade and then reinforce next time. And that should be fine. Good. We do have some bombers over here. We could certainly upgrade them to at least have longer range on these tactical bombers. It's not that expensive. I don't think there's much we can do with these guys right now. So yeah, let's do that. These guys are covering the North Sea. So yeah, I think it's a good thing to do it like that. These destroyers, I'm thinking that these submarines will probably come home very soon. On the other hand, I do want to keep some watch of the North Sea, so let's at least do some minimal patrols over here. Yeah, that should be fine. These light cruisers should be reinforced. It's expensive. Likewise, these destroyers should be reinforced. These French units, I'm not sure whether they'll be able to do anything. Oh, we do have these submarines down here. Let's bring the battleship back a little. Some strikes on the submarines. We'll probably need to reconsider our anti-submarine warfare duties. Right now they are centered around Iceland, basically. I think very soon we'll need to center them down here in the Bay of Biscay, because the bases will pretty much be handed over. So it's no good to just keep them over there. Let's bring the battleship home. It's a little bit isolated over there. And these heavy cruisers can keep on watching over these supply lines, which are very critical. Yeah, but that really does settle it for the North Atlantic, I think. So, do we have a... yeah, we do have this heavy cruiser over here. Let's bring you over the supply line, so that should be alright. Good. Over here, we could upgrade the carrier fleet, I guess, for the advanced fighters. And the long-range aircraft. Wouldn't be a bad thing. Better spotting. All in all, better fighter capabilities. Yeah, I think that's alright. Let's do that. And that should be alright. Good. Let's turn our eyes to Africa. So, we are advancing on Tobruk over here. And we were able to reduce their positions somewhat last turn. But... okay, yeah, let's continue to push on them. Okay. Yeah, doesn't matter, we don't need to take the road. There we go. We are taking some losses over here, but all in all it's fine. We can now advance into Tobruk, take Tobruk, and the associated harbour over there, so that's very nice to see. Our desert reconnaissance over here is suffering from a little bit low supply, but I do want to push them up slightly so that we can have a watch on what is happening over there. Answers things that aren't too good for us. These fighters are low on supply, that's why they can't be upgraded. Let's at least push them How about these bombers? At least you can be reinforced. Let's do that. And then I guess likewise on these artillery pieces we should reinforce them. And the anti-tank guns can stay where they are. Let's bring in the headquarters to Tobruk. I might as well push you up a little. And we're gonna bring you into this town. And that should be fine. Good. Why can we not upgrade you? Oh, we probably need to be in a home port. Okay, so all in all, you guys seem to be fine. The carrier can bring you towards over here. Could start some bombing runs, but I don't think there's any point doing that. Good. East Africa. I'm guessing this attack is somewhat doomed to fail. This one wouldn't do too good for us either. Let's bring up the headquarters a little bit. Let's reinforce you. The garrison over here is fine. Why are you not doing better? I think you should be. You should be doing better. Well, you don't have many supply points. Let's bring you into the town and let's see whether that improves anything about your supply situation. And you're just simply terribly badly positioned. Bring you up over here, just isolate Addis Ababa a little bit more, threaten their supply lines over there. And yeah, again, you don't seem to be doing much. So let's focus actually on Addis Ababa, not concern ourselves with Mogadishu for now, and bring you more closely into the supply reach of these guys as well. Hopefully. Hopefully that is gonna do good for us. Good! That does leave us with China. So, as always, let's start out in the south over here. So, I guess we can still attack this headquarter unit. Surprising that they're not withdrawing that. And then the next thing that we can consider is attacking you. Ooh, that was not a good attack. Neither was that one. But we are slowly but surely whittling away at these guys. Down here we can advance into more, a little bit more aggressively now that these guys have upgraded. Guess you guys can now be upgraded to the latest weaponry as well. So yeah, we are very much threatening on Canton right now. Over here, this garrison unit. I mean, our supply situation is really bad, and over here it would probably be even worse. Yes, it would be. Well, not worse than over here. You know what? Let's get over here. Let's start to cut these guys off. Then we don't have the river defense that this guy's struggling against all the time. And we are a little bit more strongly cutting these guys off, and I think that's alright. We hear this corps could be coming in. The army, well, the army can't advance far. Shall we flank over here? Well, why would we, on the other hand? So, okay, you can be upgraded. And the army could reinforce it, but I think it's more worthwhile to reduce the experience here a little bit. And just push back these armies. Can you advance? No, you cannot. So yeah, let's bring on this corps a little bit more. Just look at how experienced these guys are. They have 3 experience pips, so that's quite a lot, obviously. Okay, down here they have seemed to push out, have pushed out, I think, of this pocket a little bit, and their supply is starting to improve. No, it's not. Okay, sorry, that was my mistake. I would have liked to upgrade this army. Could definitely upgrade you guys. But now that you're in contact with the enemy, I can't upgrade you, but I can attack. So yeah, let's do that. We could simply bring you up a little towards the front, so let's do that. No rush doing things over here. on the other hand, it would be nice to... Let's bring you over here. And then, yeah, you're very close to striking these guys. Okay, we can pull you back a little bit so that next time we might be able to attack over there. I think with these special forces we might actually want to pull them north so that we are a little bit stronger over there. Definitely, we do want to upgrade these guys since they are back from the front, and then the special forces can simply go here, and that's fine. Very good. In this area over here, these guys definitely need to be reinforced. They took quite a beating. And these guys I had pulled back in the hope of being able to upgrade them. Again, the fighters need to be reinforced. So now we can... None of these attacks is too good for us, so... I'm tempted to cut into here. We really need another army. Did we get anyone from the Chinese? Yes, we do have the 5th army. So... let's bring the 5th army over here. That's fine. Good. You know what? Since these guys can't really do much for us right now, let's simply reinforce them. And that should be alright as well. Yeah, even you can't do... you can do a little bit on these guys. Yeah, let's do that. Reduce their readiness. Should be fine. Okay. So that does leave you. We can't reinforce you because we don't have the money. And let's attack. Ah, that was a bad move. You're now extremely vulnerable even. I feel. Let's pull you back a little. Oh. God damn it. That was a mistake. Because now they'll be moving in and I'll be out of supply. Can move it up the headquarter. And they're gonna attack that though. So that was a terrible mistake. Oh well, these things happen. Okay, everything else down here seems fine to me. Oh, how about you? Oh, I think we moved you. Okay, that's fine. Briefly checking on everyone else. We could think about these guys down here. Okay, so let's bring up these light cruisers towards over here. And everyone else should be alright. Okay, good. Could advance the defenses of Singapore. For now that's fine though, I think. Okay, so let's consider our new units. We do have these maritime bombers from the UK. By the way, okay, this does count as UK territory, just coup-wide. Okay, the maritime bombers, we're going to place them probably here in Scotland, so that they can cover everyone else. And then the Indians are deploying the 1st Corps, and I think we're going to put that in Karachi, and that's going to be alright. Good. Lastly, the Soviet Union. We do have this tank division over here that is inching forward towards the Western Front, I guess. And then everything else for the Soviet Union should be fine. I'm going to spend one last point of research on infantry weapons as the Soviet Union, because I do hope that that is going to be enough to bring us towards the next level before the war. Of course, that does mean we don't have enough money to spend on anything else really. Should probably still reinforce this headquarter unit, because that will increase the benefit for everyone else, so that should be fine. These engineers are building up some fortifications, and that's alright. And again, for France there's nothing much we can do. Pretty much all of our points have been spent, except for India, but then again that's also fine. I don't think anyone else over here could be reinforced. The light cruiser might be reinforced at some point. But for now, everything is fine. You know what? We can upgrade this anti-air unit for better air defense. It's not very costly, and it does put up a little bit more defense towards the harbor of Malta over there. And that should be a very good thing for us to do. Battleships, destroyers, nothing to upgrade over there. Could reinforce the British Expeditionary Force over here, and I think that might actually be okay for 36 points. So that simply we do have something to put against any potential invasion. Lovely. These guys can stay where they are, and that pretty much does settle it for the Allies. So next time it's gonna be time to turn in over the Axis again. Over here we are, I know it's slow progress, but it is progress, and specifically on Canton and the supply depot. I'm looking very much forward to taking that, because I think that's also gonna dramatically reduce the supply for this army. And even maybe for these guys, although they probably are more supplied out of Haiku. Over here I'm hopeful that we are making some progress simply by cutting them off and now not attacking across the river. Over here this seems to be going well. I mean, we've nearly destroyed this army, and over here this is going to be providing a little bit more resistance, and over here as well, but ultimately we'll be able to bring in this army, the Special Forces unit, and even over here I think at least we can pull back one of our corps. There's simply not enough frontage for everyone to be involved at the same time, but I do want these two armies with the 4 axes above them to attack over there. And here we might be able to cut in, but we'll first need to defeat this army when it moves into there. But then again, we might cut it off quickly, so we'll have to see about that. That being said, I do think it's a good place to put in a cut, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.